Hey everyone, this is Jermaine, and today I will be doing a film review for the adaptation of the 2006 graphic comic series Batman and Son. But this film adaptation is called The Son of Batman. Now, to me, this is another entertaining and fun film in the DC Comics universe. And I thought this film's anime style of animation looked very cool. It also was full of explosive action scenes that were thrilling, and I'll touch on that in a moment. And there was also certain fights or whatever that were very entertaining, and some kind of surprises in the film too. But overall, I thought this film was very entertaining, and certain characters appear in it, from the DC comics, like, well, as far as like the Batman universe, you have like Killer Croc, Commissioner Gordon, Alfred, and Kirk Landstrom, who was known as a Man Bat, and even Nightwing makes an appearance. Hey, what's up? It's me, Jermaine, and today I'm back with a film review for the graphic novel that came out in 2006 for it was called the Batman and Son. Now this really is like the film adaptation of the of that comic series, which was like I think like a 3-part or 4-part issues that occurred in like the Batman, the main Batman comics, like whereas this is like the film and it's called the Son of Batman. As you can see, it has a picture of like Batman right here, and it also has his son Damian Wayne, who is the new Robin, whatever, and the third Robin, because you had Dick Grayson, then you had Jason Todd, then you had that's right, the fourth one, then you had Tim Drake, and then now you have Damian Wayne, which is the fourth Robin. So yeah, this is just my review, for the Son of Batman, and it's an animated film in the DC Comics universe, the DC Batman animated universe. Now this film is about Ra's al Ghul, like his daughter Talia, and his grandson Damian Wayne. And Damian Wayne is the son of Talia al Ghul, and she secretly had him with Bruce Wayne, Batman or whatever. But the film opens on like a secret remote island location where the League of Assassins, and that's the crew that Ra's al Ghul has started, whatever. He's like running this crew called the League of Assassins on this island. And then they become under attack by like a group of enemies, that I think they say emerged from the League of Assassins. Like it was like uprising. So I think in other words, some of the core members of it kind of turned against Ra's al Ghul. And it turns out that Deathstroke is kind of leading this crew against Ra's al Ghul. So there's like an open and explosive action sequence, which was like fun, between like Ra's al Ghul. He has like a fight with like his sword, and it was very cool. And it's also very violent too. It was like a lot of bloodshed and like a lot of like blood, like like spurting and squirting and stuff, like when Ra's is chopping up people or whatever. So I thought that was kind of fun, and that's why the film is also a PG-13, because it's kind of like very violent or whatever. But yeah, so on, like like after Ra's al Ghul is having a battle, he eventually meets Slade Wilson, Deathstroke or whatever, and he's surprised that it was Deathstroke who was behind this attack. So eventually, something like chaos happens or whatever. Then something happens to Ra's al Ghul. So Talia al Ghul and her son Damian Wayne, they have to leave this isolated island and flee to Gotham City, where she seeks Batman's help, and that's where Batman learns eventually that he had a son and he didn't know it. So sometime in the past, him and Talia al Ghul had sex, and he got her impregnant or whatever. So she eventually gave birth to his son Damian Wayne. And Damian has been training with the League of Assassins for like years, since he was like I think like 4 years old. Because he mentions like in the film that he was like when he was 4 years old, he was climbing in the mountains, and then Batman makes like a statement like, "Whoa, that was kind of young to be climbing up mountains or whatever." So I was saying. So she seeks Batman help. So eventually, like Damian Wayne, he joins Batman, Bruce Wayne, and eventually Bruce Wayne takes him to like the Batcave and shows him. He introduces him to Alfred and stuff like that, And then Damian, he's kind of like headstrong, so Bruce had to always keep him under control and all that, keep him, together or whatever, because he kind of be like, he gets angry and he creates chaos and stuff. He does things unexpectedly and stuff like that. It's full of like like explosive action sequences. You know, it was very entertaining. You know, and it has like an anime style type look to it, which I also thought was kind of like, you know, cool. It looks very like anime style. You know, so I thought that was kind of cool, and the animation looks very like good. You know, like the way like the characters look, like Bruce Wayne as bad, like the Batman look, like his look in this film is very cool looking. Even like Robin, you know, like Damian Wayne, he eventually takes on the Robin mantle in this film. At first, he kind of mocks it if you're picking that, you know, like the Robin, like saying Bird Boy and stuff like that. But he eventually like accepts like the Robin costume and makes it his own. So he becomes like the fourth Robin. Now in this film, you have like characters like Killer Croc, because Killer Croc is actually in the opening action sequence with Batman. They have like a little brawl inside, like this, like I think like a laboratory or something. And then you have like Commissioner Gordon who shows up. Alfred, like I mentioned that he shows up. And then you have like Kirk Landstrom, you know, he's the Man Bat. He's also in this film. And even Nightwing, Dick Grayson, the original Robin, he actually shows up too. He actually has a fight with Damian, a very like violent fight. He gets like cut up and stuff. You don't actually see it on camera, but you can tell that he actually had like a very aggressive fight with Damian Wayne throughout the film, you know, so, which I thought was kind of cool because he was like bleeding everywhere and stuff. Well, that's why the film is PG-13, you know. Yeah, and but the primary villain of the film is Deathstroke, and he's out to you know, like you know, as the usual whatever, you know, like stuff like far as like villains go, you know. But he's like really like the primary like villain of the film or whatever. Some of the fight sequences in this film were very cool. Like it was like a fight sequence between Damon and this guy with these claws, and he's like muscle bound, like with like a tank top, and he has like these claws, you know, like these 4 claws. I thought that was very fun, cause when Damon eventually meets Nightwing, and they had that little brawl that I had mentioned earlier. And then there was also like there were just plenty of explosive like action sequences, like when Damon eventually teams up with his father Bruce Wayne, you know, and then they go fight like crime or whatever. I thought that was kind of fun, like seeing him as Robin for the first time, because they also see Commissioner Gordon. And then, you know, like there's also like some some funny moments where Wayne is like at Wayne Enterprises. Bruce Wayne, he's at Wayne Enterprises, and Damon somehow got inside there. You know, he was able to get in. You know, because he's trained as an assassin, so he can fight and everything. And he also has some cool fight sequences with Deathstroke. Now that was the one that kind of surprised me throughout the film, like the way Deathstroke is portrayed in this film. Batman and Damian Wayne, they just beat him down like he's nothing. Even Damian Wayne was able to take on like Deathstroke. They had like a powerful battle towards the end of the film, and it was like very violent, aggressive, you know, like bloody and stuff. But you know what I'm saying, like I was kind of surprised at how they were actually beating Deathstroke up like he was nothing. But he's still a cool, you know, like character. I think he's pretty cool or whatever. But like I said, in the end, this was I thought this film was very entertaining, and it is no doubt another fine addition to the DC animated Batman universe films. A very fine addition. I thought this was very good. I really enjoyed it. However, I have already looked at it 2 times, and I know I'm gonna continue to watch it. You know, cause I really like Batman in this form, like the animated form. I still prefer like him in the animated form as far as like live action films, you know. But I still like the live action films, and eventually I'll probably do reviews for those too. I do have plans to do reviews for like Batman, you know, Batman Returns, Forever, you know, and Robin, the Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. I plan on doing film reviews for those eventually. But yeah, I thought this film was very entertaining. It was thrilling. I liked the anime style of it. Like the look of it was like very anime stylish. I thought that was cool. The voice work was like good. You know, like the characters like Alfred and stuff like their voice work. You know what I'm saying? So I would highly recommend this for like fans, you know, especially if you're a fan of Batman and the Batman like animated films. If you're a fan of those, I would highly recommend watching this reel. So this is my review for Son of Batman, and this also, now the version I have is the Blu-ray version. So this had like special features like the strange blood ties featuring Damian Wayne, designing the characters, plus 2 other featurettes called the Fang and the Demon Head and the League of the Assassins. Plus there were 4 like bonus Batman episodes, like cartoons on here too. But yeah, I would highly recommend this. This is a very entertaining film. So this is my review for Son of Batman. As you can see, it has Batman on the cover and a Damian Wayne right here. And even on the back it has like Deathstroke over here, you see. Then you have Batman, and then you have Damian Wayne as the Robin, the fourth Robin too. So yeah, this is my review for The Son of Batman, and I would highly recommend watching this film, especially if you're like the Batman fan, animated fan too, like animated films. I would highly recommend watching this. So this is my review for Son of Batman. I enjoyed it and I would recommend it. Okay. No, the Son of Batman that I had brought was the Blu-ray version, and I got it from Best Buy. Now at Best Buy they had an exclusive, as you can see, Deathstroke figure right there. As you can see, they have like Deathstroke in there. It's like basically like a little statue figure that you can, sit on like on a desk or something. So I'm gonna take that out, and show it. Cool. Yeah, so here's like the Deathstroke figure that came with the case. Cause see, as you can see, you can't move the arms or anything like that, You can see they got his face, he got one eye and stuff. He got his two swords on the back, Deathstroke. And they also had like a pedestal right there that he stands on. And as you can see, it's just like a little statue that came with the collection. The Son of Batman video or whatever. Cause like the other ones like Batman Year One, I know it had the Catwoman figure, and stuff, and the Dark Knight Returns, which I missed. Both of those had, one had the Joker figure and one had the Batman figure. So yeah, this is just a little a little Deathstroke figure. This is a little cool figure. Okay. And now my Blu-ray version of the Son of Batman. It came with both the Blu-ray disc, a DVD disc, and the HD digital ultraviolet, where you can stream it into your computer or whatever, or your laptop or whatever. So as you can see, this is the Blu-ray right here, and this right here was the DVD. So if you have a DVD player, you can watch it in the DVD, or if you have the Blu-ray player, you can watch it in the Blu-ray. Plus, you can also stream this into your computer, like with the ultraviolet HD. So yeah, so you can have it like in a laptop or a computer or whatever, stuff like that, So yeah, I would highly recommend it. And yet again, here's the Deathstroke figure. I'm gonna give another good shot of that. In the end, I would highly recommend watching The Son of Batman. It was a very entertaining film in the DC animated Batman universe. And if you are a fan of the other DC animated Batman films, I am sure you will also enjoy Son of Batman. I would highly recommend this film.